road grades the defense out of there, and they get the touchdown running the football.
And they stop him from running it out to the 20. Mark him down at the 19. The Raiders will go with the pistol on this play. 1st and 10. Going off tackle here.
They're going to run it right.
Well, a short gain on the run that time by the offense. When you're a running football team, listen, there's going to be a lot of ugly plays that don't work. You just got to keep running it.
Launches it down the field. It's off the mark. One last play before the quarter ends. Flyers got it in the gun. The Raiders now move the chains. They spot it at the 42. 15 minutes down, 45 minutes to go. And we'll return after this message and a word from your local station. That was a big gainer. Now it's time to back it up. And they get to him at the 45. 2nd down. But there's a flag thrown in. And Jennings taking the handoff. Got a little crease. That'll put them in what we call plus territory.
Offside.
Defense was trying to guess the snap count, and it cost them there. They'll take that gift from the defense and line up now with a new set of downs. It's away from the stack, bringing the play to an end.
Another first down by the offense. The defense is definitely getting fatigued. And when you get fatigued, you cannot think, so look out.
1st and 10. Friars got the football after the play fake. Incomplete.
That time, awesome job by avoiding the sack by the quarterback. Gets out of trouble, gets outside. Hey, even though he doesn't get a completion, good job avoiding the negative yards.
The Buccaneers will come out in the dime. Here it's a 2nd and 10. They hand it off to the running back.
The off-tackle run, it's just what it says it is. You're going to read the tackle's block and decide whether you're going to go inside or outside. Usually, this is the first running play every team puts in their offense when they go to training camp.
Action fake, and the quarterback is taken down.
That's an awesome job by the outside linebacker. Gets a sack on the quarterback, and nowadays you've got to do it all if you're an outside linebacker. You've got to be tough against the run, cover receivers down the field, and yes, plays like that get to the quarterback.
The kick is good.
Well, Jim, that field goal puts them in the lead. It was a nice drive by the offense, and what it does, it just gives you confidence. You did some positive things on the field, and it should carry over for you for the rest of the game.
He steps out for a touchback. They come to the line, and it's first down. Out of the shotgun formation. Looking to the right side and throwing. Spinning out of trouble. Has some space to work with.
When you play zone in the NFL, what you're trying to do is make the quarterback hold the football just for a half a second longer, and you hope the pass rush can get there. They don't that time. That's why he got the completion.
And that's a big-time tackle that keeps them 3 yards short of the first down marker. Nickel formation for the defense here. Running back gets it on the handoff.
How about the defensive line? Getting that penetration, getting off the football at the snap, and getting it done, getting in the backfield and making that tackle.
Third and 4. Throws to the right. He's wide open for the grab. Now they take the football onto the opponent's side of the field.
When you see zone defenses, throw it into the open spaces. That's what the quarterback did that time. Good job by the receiver running in there and making the catch.
Wright's a tight end, but now shifted into the backfield. Takes the snap from the shotgun. Setting up a little screen. A takeaway. That brings the play to an end.
Most NFL linebackers, they're borderline good enough to be a running back, and they got the hands of defensive backs. Here's the What a fine catch on the interception by the linebacker.
Lined up in the pistol formation. First and 10. He's looking long. Able to get a step on the defender. Touchdown.
Keep being aggressive on the offensive side. That's what they did that time. They kept going after it.
Makes the PAT. Sebastian Janikowski lining up for the kickoff. That'll be a touchback, and the ball will be placed at the 20. Nickel formation here for the defense. Martin's going to secure the handoff. Spins away from the hit.
When you run off tackle, one of the things you're looking for is for your tackle to make a good block. And then if you have a lead fullback, can he get past him and block the linebacker to free up the halfback so he can go in between them and get in the secondary and make a big play? The NFL is about situations. A good job by the runner knowing where the first down was, gets it there, and he moves those chains.
Martin is in the backfield. Quarterback taking the snap from the shotgun. Scrambling out of the pocket. Nowhere else to go, and he's out of bounds.
So many times we see quarterbacks get in this position. They get out of trouble, but they're so terrible throwing the football on the run, they can't take advantage of the fact that they got out of trouble. Not this time. Good throw on the run.
Over to Wright, makes the grab, and they advance the ball onto the other side of the field.
Nice job by the quarterback finding the open guy short. They get the completion. They still do not get the first down, though.
A 2nd and 3. Over to Wright. Here's the pass, and it's broken up, incomplete.
Good job by the quarterback reading the wide receiver. He is all over him, and it makes it easy for him to swat down the throw by the QB.
Wright's playing out of position in the backfield here. 3rd down and 3. Gets away from the pressure, looking for an open receiver on the right. Here comes the training staff as we've got a player down on the field.
Always hard to guess what the injury is, and don't like to speculate, but I think it's pretty apparent. It's an upper body injury. We'll let you know when we find out.
1st and 10. He's looking to the right here on this throw. And we've reached the 2-minute warning.
You can't play zone coverage against this quarterback. He knows it's zone, and he's going to find the open throwing lane, and he gets it done.
Williams in the slot. 2nd and 1. They give it to him on the counter. He'll be brought down, but not before picking up the first down.
Well, that's just a good old physical run by the offense there, and it's good for a few yards and gets him another first down.
Leading on that running attack again here on 1st down. And he'll go to the left. Touchdown and drawing close.
Patience is a virtue, no doubt about it, when you're talking about running backs. Will you give the play time to develop? That time he did. The good patience follows the blockers, gets him in the end zone.
And the extra point is good. The Raiders ready to return the kickoff. Spins out of the defender's clutches. Terrell Pryor will be under center. 1st and 10. McFadden breaks free. They tackle him at the 26-yard line.
Well, that was a nice run that time off tackle. And listen, this is a bread and butter play in the NFL. It's about power running. Can your offensive tackle make the block to free up that running back so he has a chance to get in that secondary and make a nice run out of it?
They're able to move the chains after that last run. Zeroed in on that one. The tackle is made.
It's always good when your quarterback is able to deceive the defense with good play-action fakes. That's what did it that time. Look at the quarterback. Nice fake. Defense reacts to the run, and now you throw it over the top for the easy completion. What a good job by the defensive player there. Just flushing the running back and driving him into the ground.
2nd and 7. Catch is made. He's brought down at the 23-yard line.
That time the pass is completed into double coverage, Jim, but the quarterback made a bad read. But these receivers, they are so good nowadays. That time in double coverage, he went up and made the catch. It's like Bill Parcells said to me once about Mark Bavaro, very talented receiver. He goes, remember, Sims, when he's covered, he's open.
And it's now 2nd down and 5 after running it on 1st down. And Jennings handed the football.
Outside linebackers are just, they really are great athletes. They got size and they can really run. That was a good job by the outside linebacker there that time. Stopping the outside.
Touchdown, Oakland Raiders.
Nothing like having a quarterback who has a good arm who can just fire that football into some tight spots. And then it helps when the receiver got the talent and the courage to go in there and make that tough catch.
Signaling for fair catch. No return. The ball's coming out to the 20. Plenty of defensive backs out on the field for this one. 1st and 10, play action. He wants to go deep. Pass is intercepted. That'll stop the play right there.
Good job that time by the defense. Not being fooled, being in position. When you're in position, you have a chance to make the play. That time they did. They got the interception.
They face 1st down. Pryor's going to take it from the gun. Looking to go deep. And that pass is going out of bounds, incomplete. So that's going to do it for the 1st half. Raiders are up in this one. We're back here now in this one where the Raiders lead by 10. Got a chance to return this one. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33, maybe the 34-yard line. Terrell Pryor will be under center. 1st down and 10. Here's the handoff to Darren McFadden. The Raiders get a 1st down.
Well, when you give up a running play that's long, you got to say this to the defense. You did not hustle enough. If you are hustling, when that running back makes that secondary move, you got to be there to make the tackle. Swarm the football, that's how you stop long runs. Well, Jim, I always say, It's about deception when you're playing offense. That time, the play action fake by the quarterback was so good, the defense didn't even see that he still had the football, and he throws it down there for a nice completion.
First down following the long play. Eyeing that left side. And complete.
That's a good job by the wide receiver, running the drag route across the field. These are not easy throws for the quarterback, but he sticks it right on him for the completion.
So they complete that one, yet it's still second down. Had it for a moment, but the ball is knocked out, incomplete. Oh, we've got an injured player on the field.
Well, that looks like an upper body injury, Jim. I think we both can tell that. And now the question is, how bad is it? You just never know.
Darren McFadden will run with it. This offense can't be stopped on third down, no matter the distance.
Jim, the offensive coordinator's done a terrific job so far here today. He's got his team winning. They're in the red zone. Let's see how clever he's going to be on this call.
First down here after the run. In trouble now. And he's out of bounds.
Jim, the defense gives up the first down that time inside the red zone. But there's only so many things the offense can do. Let's see if they can hold them.
They come to the line of scrimmage. First down. And the give to Darren McFadden.
Nice situation here for the offense. They're winning the football game. Now they're in the red zone. Let's see if they can come up with a play that fools the defense.
Second and goal from the 5. That's a touchdown.
That was a good job on that touchdown that time, and I'll tell you, there's nothing like being on top of the other team and make them chase you.
Inside of the uprights. Raiders ready for action. They stop him from running it out to the 20. Mark him down at the 19. The defense comes out in the nickel. From the gun. He's got the grab, and he's got the first.
When you're behind in a football game, all you can do on the offensive side is just go out there and thinking about making plays and picking up first downs. Good job by the offense.
First and 10. Complete.
Well, there's not much to say about that play, Jim. It was a completion by the quarterback, and it picked up a couple yards.
The defense comes out in the nickel. Here's the running play. Off tackle.
Well, when you're on the defensive side, if you read the offensive formation, where do they have the most numbers at? And that's usually where they're going to run the football. That time the offense goes to the strong side, gets outside, you should have an extra defender there waiting for him. Terrible job by the defense.
Out of the gun. Challenging the defense. He's intercepted.
What a terrible job by the quarterback. Like nobody's open. Tries to force the pass, and look, what's it turned into? An interception.
Terrell Pryor will be under center. First and 10. Quarterback drops back, play action. Trying to make something happen. Down the field. There's a receiver there, and the catch is made.
Well, that was a great job by the quarterback, getting out of the sack that time. And not only does he get out of it, he keeps his eyes down the field and look at that throw and gets the big completion out of that play.
This play set up by the long gainer. Looking to go up top again on first down. Escaping the pressure. Looking to the right side and throwing. Mark Barron has the interception. They've got him down there.
Well, it's a tremendous job by the quarterback. First, he gets out of trouble, gets away from the sack. Then he gets outside the pocket. What does he do? He finds trouble, throws an interception down the field. That is just not a good decision.
On first down. The formation here, shotgun on the run, throws to the right. Ball's going to be incomplete. A hit knocked the ball out.
Number 11, the intended receiver.
Coming up, second down.
Out of the shotgun.
Going to take off with it. Secures it with two hands.
Well, in the NFL, they can't always block those defensive linemen. Good job that time by the quarterback, avoiding the rush, getting outside the pocket, and a beautiful throw on the run.
Martin is in the backfield. Handoff to the back. The tackle was made short of the first, and that'll bring up fourth down. The Raiders lined up in the nickel. They'll go shotgun here. Looking across the middle, that catch gives them a first down.
I think the coach took a little risk that time going forward on fourth and short. Fourth and short in the NFL has turned into one tough proposition, but a good job that time getting it.
Getting away from the pressure. Throwing now to his left. That catch good for a first down.
That's a good job by the quarterback. That's what you call pocket presence. He just felt like he was going to be in trouble, and he was. He gets out under heavy pressure and completes the pass down the field.
After the long gain, let's see what they do here. Drop back, shotgun formation, trying to work that left side. The Buccaneers now move the chains.
Well, even though they're down more than 7 here, the offense down the red zone, it'll be good for them for the rest of this game. Their confidence for the offensive coach that they can punch this in for the touchdown.
First and 10. Looks to his left. Drops the pass.
Jim, when you get inside the other team's red zone, inside the 20-yard line, and you're down some points, you're thinking touchdown in these situations.
This will be the 8th play of this drive. Second and 10. Gets away from the pressure. Oh, that's a touchdown, and that tightens things up.
Man, what a touchdown there for the offense. The quarterback just fires that football in there. Look at the defenders around the receiver, but the receiver is big enough, tough enough to go up in there and make that catch.
It looks like they've recovered the onside kick. First down, offense readying for the snap. From the gun. He's scrambling now, looking for a receiver on the left side here. And incomplete.
When you see this cover 2 defense as a quarterback, you got to know where to throw the football. That time he did not make a good decision. You got to throw it sometimes deep down the middle. The safeties are not there. They're outside. He did not take advantage of that coverage that time.
Snap back to the quarterback, out of the gun, running away from the pressure. And gains maybe 4. Third down here. Offense trying to pick up the first. From the shotgun. Oh, almost caught. The Raiders with a nickel look here on defense. Out of the shotgun formation. Looking for an open receiver on the right. Nice tackle.
I thought that was a pretty risky play that time by the offense. Even though it's the second half and you're down, you don't always have to go for it on fourth down. Fortunate for them, they got it that time.
15 minutes to go. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Buccaneers are coming off a big play to end the third, and now they'll try to keep up the momentum as we begin the fourth quarter.
That long gain sets them up here on this play.
Handoff. Slashes to the left side.
Second down following the run.
The handoff. Running behind the tackle. Touchdown. This game is tight.
Yeah, that was a terrific job getting that touchdown there. And what you've done, you've closed the gap. Keep chipping away at that lead. Make the opponent keep playing. See if he gets tight. If he gets tight, you got a better chance.
The Raiders ready to return the kickoff. Able to move past the 20 and brought down at the 23.
Setting up in the pistol on this play.
McFadden's got it on the handoff.
An off-tackle run, it's a staple of all offenses in the NFL. And a general rule is you run off the right tackle because he is the power tackle, where the left tackle is the pass watcher. Well, the defense, they give up a first down there. They're behind. They just can't sit back there and keep bending. You got to take some chances. Go on the offensive, on the defensive side, and just make things happen.
New set of downs now after picking up the first on the ground.
Staying with the running game on first down.
You got to keep your offensive lineman aggressive, so you have to run the football every once in a while. That run, even though it was a short gain, it served a purpose.
That last running play was good for only a yard, so it's second down and 9. Looking to scramble, launching it deep. Makes the catch deep down the middle of the field.
These big receivers in the NFL now, they can get down the field and just give them a chance. That's what the quarterback did. Nice catch by the receiver.
Let's see what they do on first down following that huge play.
Out to the 23.
Good job by the defensive player squaring up that running back and just putting his big butt right into the ground.
The Raiders will approach this play from out of the pistol. Back to the ground. Ball's out, and the defense has it. The offense stops the clock right away with a timeout.
Well, that time the offense fumbles the football, but the defense hit them so hard, there's no chance of hanging on. Hits the ground, and the defense recovers.
First down here.
To the ground here. He's brought down at the 25-yard line. Nickel formation for the defense here. The quarterback will hand it off. That juke gets him some space.
The off-tackle run is just what it says it is. You're going to read the tackle's block and decide whether you're going to go inside or outside. Usually, this is the first running play every team puts in their offense when they go to training camp.
They're able to move the chains after that last run.
Heading right. It's got some daylight.
When you run off tackle, one of the things you're looking for is for your tackle to make a good block. And then if you have a lead fullback, can he get past him and block the linebacker to free up the halfback so he can go in between them and get in the secondary and make a big play.
Second down and 2. And James is going to take the handoff now.
Kind of refreshing to watch, isn't it, to see a team that has faith, the toughness, and the patience to just keep running the football, grinding out these first downs, resting their defense, and tiring out the opponent's defense.
First down here after the run.
James taking the handoff. Wide to the left. And now they'll be on the other side of the 50 after this play.
Well, that was a nice run that time off tackle. And listen, this is a bread and butter play in the NFL. It's about power running. Can your offensive tackle make the block to free up that running back so he has a chance to get in that secondary and make a nice run out of it?
2nd and 4 following the run. Martin. Tackle down at the 47.
The defensive end has the outside runs. That's his assignment, and he did it well. Takes on the tackle, beats his rear end up pretty good. It makes a tackle on the running back.
3rd and 4. He's looking to the right here on this throw.
That's interesting. As you watch the receiver trying to make that catch, he knew the defender was close, so he didn't put all of his heart into it. The defender made a nice hit and knocks the football out to the ground.
Time and this one's running out, and the defense knows it needs another stop. Takes the snap from the shotgun. This is going to set up a change of possession.
And the crowd is always yelling. Their team is losing. Go for it. It's 4th down. Well, they went for it. Now what do you say? They didn't get it. Bad call by the offense. They shouldn't have done it.
We're late in the 4th, and the offense is just trying to sit on the lead. I formation and a handoff.
No gain on the play.
If they're going to have any chance at all here late in the 4th, the defense must make a big stop and give the ball back to the offense.
The throw to the left. He had no time to get set.
Nice job by the defensive backs. The quarterback buys the extra time. He gets outside of the pocket, but look at them. They stay right with the pass receivers. Nobody gets open. Quarterback has to throw it away.
Last play before the 2-minute warning. 3rd and 10. Ball's incomplete. 4th down coming up. Looks like they'll go 3 and out on this series. This will take all the leg strength he can muster. The Raiders had a 4th down play coming up, but want to be sure about what they want to do here, so they burn a timeout.
Flex Brown! Flex Brown!
Terrell Pryor will be under center. So that's not going to get it done here, and the offense is going to turn it over on downs.
Terrible game management that time by the coach. It's 3 downs, it's 4th down. What should you do? Well, I think you should punt it. He goes for it and puts his defense in a tough position.
We're drawing near a close, and the defense is trying to preserve a victory.
And he'll step out of bounds.
Boy, after watching that long run, I'm winded. That was a nice job by the running back. Good job up front, sustaining the blocks. Offense has got to be happy with that.
New set of downs now after picking up the first on the ground.
On 1st down, it's back to the ground game.
Power running. A lot of teams in this league don't even do it anymore. This team, they can power it up in there and pick up those tough yards.
Offense lines up here.
On 2nd down and 5, they feed it to him again for 14.
That was a good call that time by the offensive coordinator. He looks out in the field. Everybody's dropped back looking for pass, so he took what was available, and they rip off a long run that time.
The Buccaneers have saved all 3 of their timeouts for here in the 4th quarter. Touchdown as we near the end of this one.
Good job on that touchdown. That puts them ahead, and it's always, of course, better to be ahead than behind.
The point after try is in the books.
The Raiders ready to return the kickoff.
Always a threat, and he'll start his return now. And the tackle's made right around the 25-yard line. Terrell Pryor will be under center. Now 1st and 10. McFadden. That little wiggle just left the defender standing there. And he's tackled at the 34-yard line.
An off-tackle run, it's a staple of all offenses in the NFL. And a general rule is you run off the right tackle because he is the power tackle, where the left tackle is the pass blocker.
Someone's been injured out there. Hold on a minute.
I think you can just tell by the body language and the way he's acting that is an upper body injury. Hope it's not severe. We'll let you know as soon as we find out.
They're going to get him here for a sack.
There is no decision to make in a situation like this. Under 2 minutes, the clock is running. You take a quarterback sack. Look how long it's taken them to get back in formation and try to run the next play.
Set up screen. That's an interception.
That was a terrible throw by the quarterback. When you're off target like that, you deserve to throw an interception.
Let's go now to Danielle Bellini, who has the injury update.
Guys, I just spoke with a Raiders official. Darren McFadden's injury seems to be relatively minor, or at least it's minor enough that he'll be back on the field shortly.
1st and 10. Working that left side. The Buccaneers get a 1st down.
And he's going to be tackled right around the 31-yard line.
When you can't hit the quarterback or put pressure on him, there's not much you're going to get done then. That time, the quarterback had time. He throws it down the field for another completion.
Going across the middle. Dragged to the ground. Looks like he's still about a yard short of the 1st.
Well, when you keep chipping away with these short throws, sooner or later that defense is going to come up. And when they come up, that's when you throw it over the top.
Well, the lights were bright, and the team was up for the occasion here, winning in prime time.
Nothing like it, man. Winning in prime time when you know it's all about you. And I've said many times, today's football players, they love being on the big stage. Well, they were today, and they got it done. Jim, sometimes the game of football just comes down to who wants it more. And when you see a running play like this, game it shows the toughness of the team, and the running back took advantage of a defense that didn't show great discipline.
The largest dome stadium in the world, Cowboys Stadium here in Dallas, is the site for this matchup between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys.
And Jim, it's always fun to watch these kind of games. Cowboys and Eagles, when they get together, we can see the rivalry on the field, emotional, tough. And if these players, if they play 15 years, once they retire, I can promise you one thing. You know what that is? They will still hate the opponent 10 years later after their career is over.
Don't you believe the fans really play into this rivalry almost as much as the players? I mean, everybody knows the Philadelphia fans are incredibly vocal, raucous. Cowboy fans are everywhere, so there's always that element as well when you see Dallas and Philadelphia.
Fans help emotion come into the game. So when you walk out in the field, even for warm-ups, you can feel the electricity from the fans. That gets you excited, and it always translates to more physical football on the field.
Encroachment, defense. Still first down.
The anticipation is mounting here as both sides get set for this matchup between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys here at Cowboys Stadium.
And Jim, it's always fun to watch these kind of games. Cowboys and Eagles, when they get together, we can see the rivalry on the field. Emotional, tough. And if these players, if they play 15 years, once they retire, I can promise you one thing. You know what that is? They will still hate the opponent 10 years later after their career is over.
Don't you believe the fans really play into this rivalry almost as much as the players? I mean, everybody knows the Philadelphia fans are incredibly vocal, raucous. Cowboy fans are everywhere. So there's always that element as well when you see Dallas and Philadelphia.
Fans help emotion come into the game. So when you walk out in the field, even for warm-ups, you can feel the electricity from the fans. That gets you excited, and it always translates to more physical football on the field.
The Eagles defense brings in an extra member of the secondary. They'll go nickel. First and 10. Always aware of the chains. He's got the catch, and he's got the first.
The quarterbacks and receivers in this NFL now are so good. It's so easy for them to throw and catch and just keep picking up those first downs.
The offense is set at the line for the first down after that completion. And here he goes.
And that's the type of run I think this offense would take all game long, Phil.
Oh, would they ever? They would love this. This is showing your dominance here. The offensive line doing a good job, but also solid job by the running back picking up some good yards.
Austin's lined up in the slot. Murray. There's the tackle, but still, it's enough for the first down.
That's a bread and butter play by all offenses in the NFL. Get a few yards and get that first down.
First and 10. Challenging the defenders to the right side.
That's a tackle at the 48.
When you're a quarterback throwing against zone defenses, look for the open space. That's what he did that time. He found it, and the receiver ran in there and made the catch.
The Eagles defense now is going to go nickel.
It's a 2nd and 4.
DeMarco Murray gets the handoff.
That's a terrible read by the running back. It's a short game, but it's all his fault. He picked the wrong hole. He should have cut it back. He didn't, and that's why he was tackled.
Romo standing back in the shotgun, ready for the snap. Makes the reception.
Well, it's a good route that time by the wide receiver. They call that a post route, and they call it a post route because he is running towards the goal post. Nice throw and catch.
Let's see how they back up the big play here.
And the give now to DeMarco Murray.
I think you got to be a little more creative in the red zone than this. When you just line up and run the football like that, you're not going to get a lot of yards. And that time they just got a short gain.
He'll fire it out to the left. And he's brought down by Connor Barwin.
Good play call that time by the offensive coordinator. Down inside, when you're inside that 20-yard line or the red zone, find ways to complete the pass. They did that time.
First and goal as they go ground here.
Short run, and it's a touchdown.
That was just an awful job, wasn't it, by the defense? I mean, it's first and goal. Well, you know it's going to be a run, or I think you should be playing run. The defense not ready. They get overpowered, and they give up the running touchdown.
Cowboys will be kicking off.
Tackle just past the 20. We'll mark it at the 22-yard line. The Eagles lined up in the pistol. LaShawn McCoy takes the handoff.
What that run does, it just puts the offense in a good situation. So a good, positive run.
Second down coming up. McCoy going to lose yards here.
Terrible call that time by the coach. The defense was expecting run. They were up there. They were aggressive, crowd the line of scrimmage, and you just played right into their hands, and they got the tackle for the loss.
Third down on the way. Looking to the right side and throwing. Hauls it in for the first down. Good for 21 yards.
Well, when you're playing this cover 3 defense where 3 defenders are playing deep, that's great. You stop the deep passes, but who's going to stop the quick ones? Well, nobody. That's why the quarterback and the receivers are having really good success throwing these slant patterns.
Easy catch there. No, ball is out. Oh, they cough up the football, and the defense takes possession. The defense comes up with the big play, the hit, and the recovery of the football.
They sure did. They got so much speed on the defensive side, and that speed, when you think about it, it gets more people around the football. It helps you deliver the hit even harder, and that's why they got the turnover. Great job. The off-tackle run, it's just what it says it is. You're going to read the tackle's block and decide whether you're going to go inside or outside. Usually, this is the first running play. Every team puts...
Intercepted! In on the stop. 15 minutes down, 45 minutes to go. And you're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They've come out in the dime package, and the second quarter is underway with this snap.
Good job by the defense. They stopped the first down play that time by the offense, and now they have a good situation.
Bill, when you talk about the Cowboys and the Eagles, you're talking about 2 teams who are trying to figure out how to be the best in a very competitive division.
Yeah, the NFC East, Jim, so competitive, such great rivalries. And the Dallas Cowboys, well, let's be honest, everybody in the NFL, nobody likes the Dallas Cowboys, and you know the Philadelphia Eagles want to beat them. The defense has really done a good job here in this drive. They got this offense in a 3rd and long situation. Let's see if they can convert it.
Selleck's a tight end, but lined up in the backfield for this play. Throws to the right.
The reception, easy, wide open.
Jim, when you get in these situations, there's not much you can do. 3rd and long, not easy to pick up first downs in these type of situations.
The Cowboys with 2 extra defensive backs in the dime. He'll fire it out to the left. Failed to pick up the first down, and they'll give the ball back to the other side.
Well, that's 4 plays and out for the offense, and that was bad. Bad play calling, bad play, bad execution. Go to the bench and try to rethink what you're doing.
Witten's usually a tight end, but he's in the backfield this time. 1st and 10. Eyeing that left side. Sticks to his hands, and that gets the first down.
Oh, I loved it when I was a quarterback, throwing screens or throwing short passes to the running backs and watch them catch it and get those big yards. It was awesome to get cheap yards like that. Well, I know it's not going to make a highlight film, but still a good solid run up in there for a couple yards.
That leads us to second down. Quarterback taking the snap from the shotgun. Tony Romo uncorks the long pass.
Well, plays like this just drive defensive coordinators crazy. They call the right play on the defensive side. They get a defensive player free to hit the quarterback. You think you're going to get a sack, and what do you end up with? The quarterback breaks the sack and then completes a long pass down the field.
First and 10. Murray's going to secure the handoff.
Good job by the defense that time. Everybody's expecting a pass. They were ready for the run, and they stopped the offense for a short gain in the red zone.
After the 2-yard carry, it sets up second down and 8. He'll go to the left. Touchdown! What a run!
There is no lead in the NFL in state. We all know that. We have seen tremendous comebacks. So when you get the opportunity, lay it on them, man. Keep scoring.
The Eagles are prepared to return the kickoff. And it's the same as a touchback as he's tackled right at the 20. Lined up in the pistol formation. Here's the give to LaShawn McCoy. That tackle was made at the 27-yard line.
When you run off tackle, one of the things you're looking for is for your tackle to make a good block. And then if you have a lead fullback, can he get past him and block the linebacker to free up the halfback so he can go in between them and get in the secondary and make a big play.
Setting up in the pistol on this play. He's going to the left. LaShawn McCoy with a nice piece of running on that play.
LaShawn McCoy is just one crafty dude. He knows how to avoid tackles and pick up extra yards. Good job.
Here's the first snap after the big play. They pounce on him there.
Number 7 with the carry. 3-yard gain on the play.
McCoy is lined up now as the running back behind the quarterback. 2nd and 7. Throwing now to his left. That pass incomplete.
I don't know what was more terrible. That was a terrible route, terrible throw by the quarterback. Oh, and what a shock. It's incomplete.
LaShawn McCoy is in the backfield. 3rd and 7. Looking for an open receiver on the right. And there's a sideline pass. Incomplete, it's ruled.
You're near midfield. It's 4th down. What do? I got the answer right here. You punt it. Play field position. Make the other offense drive the length of the field to score.
He's looking to the right here on this throw. There is a flag down.
Pass interference.
The receiver. Moment and then the contact, and that's a pass interference goal.
Yeah, he got there too quick. You know, just timing. That's what it's about. The timing was not good for the defensive back. Gets there too early. pass interference.
And pick up 35.
This is where games are won and lost. Once an offense gets down the red zone, even though they're down more than 7, can you find a way to punch it in there for the touchdown and not settle for a field goal?
That was a big gainer. Now it's time to back it up. Browns the touchdown. That'll close the gap.
You got to give the offensive line just a lot of credit. It's first and goal. They just line up and power the football in there. Nice run, but a great job by the O-line.
He made it. Eagles getting set for the kickoff. Out across the 20 and tackled at the 21. And Williams is going to get set in the slot for this snap. Throws the pass. Incompletion on that hurried throw.
Nice job that time by the defense. Pressure on the quarterback. He does not have time to find an open guy, and it results in an incompletion.
21.
Witten's a tight end, but now shifted into the backfield. Tony Romo is going to take it from the shotgun. Jason Witten with the grab. The tackle is going to be made, but he's beyond the first down marker.
Well, you got to do that now in this NFL. When you're in trouble in the pocket, you got to be able to run out there and find a way to complete a pass, and he did that time.
First down coming up. From the gun. Challenging the defenders to the right side. That catch will extend the drive. The Cowboys with no timeouts left. Bryant's lined up now as a slot receiver. Trying to work that left side. And almost picked off. After the incomplete pass, it brings up second down. Romo stepping back into the shotgun. Pass is made, but the hit knocks the ball out. Incomplete.
Well, they always say if you get your hands on the football, you got to make the catch. Yeah, right. The guy that made that rule up wasn't getting hit as he was trying to catch the football. Nice hit that time by the defender.
It'll be a 3rd and 10. That's Romo over to his buddy Witten on that play.
Terrible job by the quarterback. It's 3rd down. You throw it short of the markers. Well, you get a completion. That's great. You're really accurate. But there were guys open down the field. Take a chance and go for it.
This is turning into quite a drive, Phil.
Nice job, Jim, by the offensive coordinator, just mixing the plays up and keeping the defense off balance.
The Dallas Cowboys getting set for the field goal try. No doubt about it. Victory on the board. That does it for the first half. Eagles trail in this one. We're back here now in this one, where the Cowboys lead by 10.
Well, Jim, that was a nice kick. It is right down the middle. This guy is so accurate. Man, if you could drive a golf ball like that, you might be a good golfer. But what a kick by this guy. He is a machine.
First down as they head to the line. Here's the handoff, running off tackle.
Well, that was a nice run that time off tackle. And listen, this is a bread and butter play in the NFL. It's about power running. Can your offensive tackle make the block to free up that running back so he has a chance to get in that secondary and make a nice run out of it?
Cooper's a receiver in the slot. Fix back in shotgun formation.
Man intercepted. He's brought down.
Nice job of the defense that time. In position, they read the quarterback's eyes, and it led to an interception.
Offense lines up here. Romo's going to take the snap from the shotgun. Looks to his left. Gains 11.
Well, it doesn't look like much, but it really serves the purpose. Picks up the first down, and now they have a chance to open things up.
They've got a first down now after that catch.
Tony Romo is going to take it from the shotgun.
And he's intercepted. To the ground.
That was an awesome job by the defense. They just read the quarterback's eyes. They got in position, and they made the interception.
First down on the way.
McCoy's handed the football. Running play went for 11.
Well, when your team is behind, what do? Just come out there and get a first down. That's a nice job by the offense.
They're able to move the chains after that last run.
Back to the ground now on first down. He's brought to a halt.
Always good to have these types of runs. Yeah, it's not a first down, but it sends a message. It shows everybody that you can run it when you want to, and also it opens up so many other things for your offense.
The defense gets a sack.
That's what all defensive coordinators love to see, when they don't have to blitz and one of their defensive linemen gets a sack without any blitzing.
McCoy's lined up as the single back. Third down and 12.
Caught and tackled down at the 49-yard line.
Well, when you get a couple first downs on a drive, it just, of course, it makes you feel good about what you're doing. It loosens up the offensive play caller, and there's nothing like dictating to the defense. I love it.
They're going back up top. Needs to get rid of it.
Makes the catch in the open field. Breaks free. That hit by Sean Lee.
Anytime you give a quarterback that kind of time, he's going to get comfortable, get his feet under him, be relaxed, and he is going to make the perfect throw down the field. Easy completion that time for the quarterback.
Play number 6 coming up on this drive.
First and 10. Escaping the pressure. Looking to the right side and throwing. The Eagles line up in the pistol offense. He'll go left.
This doesn't look good. We've got a player down, and he's in pain.
Always hard to guess what the injury is, and don't like to speculate, but I think it's pretty apparent. It's an upper body injury. We'll let you know when we find out.
Picks up 5.
When you get down in the red zone, the offensive coordinator's got to call a play that deceives the defense. Let's see if he can do it. His team is down. He needs a big play here.
It's now second down. Back to the running back.
To the right. Touchdown. And this game just got a whole lot more interesting.
Good job by the offensive coordinator calling those plays. Leads to a touchdown. They're just slowly chipping away at this lead. Now can the defense come out and help them out?
Alex Henry ready for the kickoff. Nickel formation here for the defense. Murray, a tackle behind the line.
Good job by the defense. They stopped the offense that time on first down. Now the defense is in a good situation.
Second and 11. Looking for a receiver on the left side here. Steps out of bounds.
Keep the momentum on your side. You got a lead here in the second half. Nice play that time. You pick up the first down. Let's see if you can take advantage of it.
15 minutes to go. And we'll return after this message and a word from your local station. First down following the long play. The give to the running back. Now they take the football onto the opponent's side of the field.
When you run the football like this and you show toughness, there is no doubt when you fake it and try to throw the football down the field, the quarterback's going to have all day to get it done. Hey, this defense, they are tough. When you run that football, they got some men up front, and that time they stopped that run just for a short gain.
Williams in the slot.
Let's go.
Third and 4. Throws to the right. Wide open for the catch.
Sometimes it's good protection by the offensive line, and sometimes it's just bad defense. They can't get to the quarterback, and that's another completion by him.
That reception gave them the first down. It's handed to the running back. He'll be taken down about 3 yards short of the first.
An off-tackle run, it's a staple of all offenses in the NFL, and a general rule is you run off the right tackle because he is the power tackle, where the left tackle is the pass blocker.
Bryant's lined up in the slot. They feed the running back. He's brought down at the 23-yard line.
Safeties now in the NFL have to cover like a corner, and they got to tackle like a linebacker. And that time the safety came up, and he tackled like a linebacker and stopped that outside run.
Searching for space to the right. Another third down conversion. The offense continues to come through in the clutch.
The defense has got to be a little aggressive here. Your team is down. You've got to attack this offense. You don't want them to get in there and get another score.
The defense needs a big stop here in order to give the offense a chance as we're running low on time in this one.
When you make play calls like that, you're not going to win many football games. That was a terrible call here on first down.
Second and goal from the 10-yard line. Scrambling out of the pocket. Trent Cole gets to the quarterback.
Nice job that time by the outside linebacker getting the sack. They ask a lot of these guys now. They are special players in the NFL. Stopping the run and the speed to get outside and get the sacks on the quarterback too.
What a drive this has been. They'll go ground. Left side. And he's going to be tackled, and that's going to bring us to fourth down.
Defensive coordinators love this situation, don't they? Third and long, they can do just about anything, and it's going to work, and they stop the offense that time.
From 40 yards.
Well, even though they get the field goal that time, it's still disappointing. You get in that position, you'd like to score a touchdown.
And he's tackle right at about the 28-yard line. 2-minute warning. This game is closing in on a finish, and the defense can make one play and basically end the game. They give it to the back, and he's running off tackle. The Eagles in the pistol. 2nd and 11. Gets away from the pressure. Looking for an open receiver on the right. 2 defenders there defending. Incomplete.
It's not all about speed at the quarterback position, running away from trouble. You're able to take a couple steps up, a couple steps sideways, get that extra time, avoid the sack, and still throw the football.
It'll be 3rd down.
Here comes the training staff as we've got a player down on the field.
Well, that looks like an upper body injury, Jim. I think we both can tell that. And now the question is, how bad is it? You just never know.
The Eagles head to the line. They've got 1 timeout left in the game. McCoy's got it on the handoff. Picks up about 8.
The off-tackle run, it's just what it says it is. You're going to read the tackle's block and decide whether you're going to go inside or outside. Usually, this is the first running play every team puts in their offense when they go to training camp.
Picks up 9.
Well, it's about deceiving the defense, isn't it? That's how you get a lot done in the NFL. And when you can run and pass, you can deceive them in a lot of ways. Nice job by the offense, running that football, picking up another first down and moving the chains.
Michael Vick will be under center. Dropping back 3. In trouble now. The throw to the left and sailing out of bounds. LaShawn McCoy is in the backfield. Here's the handoff, and they'll run it. LaShawn McCoy with a nice piece of running on that play.
That's one of those plays. If it doesn't work, everybody's going to get on the offensive coordinator for running the football there late in the game when they're behind. But he caught the defense off guard. It was a good risk by them and a good game.
The Cowboys call a timeout. Their first. Eagles head to the line. They've got 1 timeout left here in the 4th quarter. That'll stop the clock with that timeout. Defense ready in the goal line formation on this one. Second and goal from the 2. He is in for the touchdown.
How about that? The fullback scores the touchdown. He does all the blocking, gets beat up all the time, but nothing like getting the football where you can score to get it done.
There's a yellow marker down on the field. Add the extra point. The kick is good. The penalty is declined. That last play will hold up. Ready to run back this kick. He'll have a chance to take off. And he's across the 10, and that's about it. He's tackled at the 15-yard line. Murray's in the backfield. Single back set.
Three-step drop. Trying to make something happen. Going for the home run. That ball was going the other way.
Shakes off the tackle.
Tackle is made. This was a good game to watch today. Competitive all the way to the end.
Well, we saw it just moments ago. A touchdown at the end to win the game.
When you score late in the game and get a touchdown like that, boy, that just makes it double exciting. A lot of joy over there. Enjoy the big victory.
For Phil Simms and all the crew at EA Sports, Jim Nantz saying so long for now. The site for Super Bowl 46, Lucas Oil Stadium here in Indianapolis, is the site for this AFC West versus AFC South matchup between the Chargers and the Colts. What a matchup we have at wide receiver today. Two of the biggest threats in the NFL who love to cause chaos for opposing defenses. How about this matchup, Phil?
Yeah, you know, it's interesting. When you have speedy wide receivers, what you have to do, you got to make sure your safeties are smart, they're talented. Both teams have that because it is easy in this game nowadays to get the football to the wide receivers. If they can't get open down the field, just throw them some screens on the outside and dare the defense to tackle it.
Allen's playing out of position in the backfield here. To the right side, ball's loose. A recovery by the defense.
That was just a terrible job by the offensive player that time. Protect the football. No excuse for letting it fumbling the football in a situation like that.